Tuesday, March 8th. We're in Nadi now. It's beautiful here. So peaceful and serene. Exactly what we needed after one hell of a day, to be honest. We took the bus from Kathmandu all the way here. Something silly like 8-9 hours. The night before the bus, we had met Deepak, the trekking guide who was helping us to organise everything for the Annapurna Circuit.
In 2014, they have a very heavy snow, and many people died over there in 2014.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, good.
Because there was heavy snow. But don't be scared.
While he'd sorted out permits and a guide, we grabbed last-minute supplies such as sun cream, lip balm, trekking poles and crampons. And now, here we were at the crack of dawn, rattling around narrow streets in a tiny taxi that barely passed as a shoebox. And we had no idea about the day ahead of us. Oh yeah. This looks like a decent bus, mate. This looks alright.
Free Wi-Fi.
Free Wi-Fi. There was no free Wi-Fi.
It's a test of endurance. The bus journey is a test of endurance, for sure.
The journey begins with a ritual dance. We groan and creak through the urban sprawl of a choking city. Bags are loaded, snacks and last-minute carpets are flogged. Our fellow travellers clamber on and settle in for the many hours ahead. That includes our trekking guide, Deepak.
Okay, ready? Namaste. My name is Deepak खड्गा. म जन्मेको धादिङमा मेरो घरमा 5 जना फ्यामिली हुनुहुन्छ म 23 वर्ष भए मेरो फ्यामिलीमा 2 जना दाइ बहिनी मम्मी ड्याड चाहिँ बाहिरै हुनुहुन्छ इन्डियातिर बस्नुहुन्छ
Brakes screeching and engines spluttering, we wriggle ourselves free of Kathmandu's grasp little by little, still young enough in the day to be positive, optimistic even.
It smells great.
What's the smell of?
Chicken's ass.
How do you know what that smells like?
Well, that's another story. That's another story for another day, that. So, yeah, breakfast on the bus. We probably got maybe another 5 hours, more like 7. But we tell ourselves that.
Time moves different speed in Nepal.
This is what travel is about.
Eggs.
Boiled eggs on a bus, rattling around on the mountain. This is the stuff you remember.
The truth is, nobody really knows how long this journey is going to take, because the road is the road.
त्यसकै कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब 1 घण्टा भन्ने ठाउँमा 1.5 घण्टा 2 घण्टा त्यस्तो लाग्न सक्छ एक्ज्याक्टली त्यही टाइममा सेम टाइममा जान पुग्न सकिदैन
We're travelling the backbone of Nepal here. This is how the nation moves its goods and its people. There's brief respite to stop for food, for petrol, to stretch the legs, but it never lasts long, because the road is the road.
We're on the move again.
We pass truck after truck, bus after bus, all at breakneck speed, and the sobering reminder that you travel these roads at your own peril.
कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ त्यस्तो अपर्च्युनिटी त्यस्तो एक्सिडेन्टहरु हुने सम्भावना हुन्छ
Rattling never ceases, shaking your whole body to its core, because the road is the road.
This is what you need the day before starting a 17-day trek. Just at least 7 hours on a bus. It just preps you nicely.
With the views of the mountains.
Oof.
That is cool. Look at that.
Up until this point, the most we'd seen of Nepal was a square 2 miles of Kathmandu. For the first time, we were now getting a glimpse of the rest of the country, a look at something natural, if you could keep your eyes open.
धेरैचोटि हामी गाउँमा घरमा यताउता चाहिँ हुन्छ अब त्यसको कारणले नि धेरैचोटि ट्राभल गरिसकेपछि कम्फर्टेबलै हुन्छ सुत्न लागि त्यस्तो केही गाह्रो अप्ठ्यारो पर्दैन
This nose is very different.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
The pace of the bus is relentless. We power through green foothills, following the twisting, winding rivers that flow down from the mountains. There's momentary glimpses of life and colour rolling by the window, but each passing moment we stretch further out from the orbit of civilization, further away from sanity.
The length of the trip just means that you get drained. Like, you can't sustain that level of sensory input and just not be tired, I don't think, and maintain your level of engagement with it. Like, it is a tough thing to do.
I remember reaching Bessie Sahar with relief. Thank God that's over, you sigh. But in Nepal, it's never over. Because the road is the road.
Saying goodbye to the majestic green bus.
Next bus, I only got 2 minutes.
It's alright. And getting on another smaller looking bus.
Deepak seemed to come alive for the first time here, relishing the idea of us being crammed onto what he called a proper local bus.
This one looks fun. Okay. Okay. Yeah, nice. This is a local bus. Okay. This looks absolutely
Proper local bus.
This proper local bus? It made the last one look like pure luxury. Half the size, yet carrying twice as many people.
What if I...
Have you got no space? At the back, I think.
Oh, good. Okay. What if I put my bag in the middle?
So good. I got it here, Deepak. Yeah, good. We're bigger than everybody else, you know, to be fair, like by a good 6 inches for the most part. So like we had maybe drawn the shortest straws than everybody else.
So now, just another 2 hours.
It seems impossible, yet here we are, wedged in like doomed sardines, Nepali music blasting at full volume, and the road beneath us falling away into a roaring river. The road is the road until it's not. And if you don't laugh, you might just cry.
This is fun.
Keep telling yourself.
It's fun! It's really fun, I swear.
No, it is an experience.
It is. Yeah, definitely an experience. This is what travel's about.
Yeah.
I think I've said that already today. Just keep telling myself, this is what it's about.
It's about being uncomfortable. It's exactly what it's about.
Oh my god.
I want to be one of those people that goes to Dubai and spends $5 grand on a holiday. That's what I'm like.
Yeah. Never understood why they did that, but now I'm starting to.
Type 2 fun, isn't it? Like, it's miserable at the moment, but what gets you through it is like, oh, it's a good story. You know, we've enjoyed the process of going through some kind of slightly uncomfortable situation together. And again, like, the people getting on and off is really interesting to witness, and you get to experience what like a daily commute or a weekly commute for somebody is like, and it's, you know, it's part of experiencing that country is to experience the public transport. So.
Oh my day. What do you reckon, mate? Would you ride again?
Yeah, should we do that back to Kathmandu?
Yeah. This looks all very nice and cosy.
Relieved, we arrived at the first of many tea houses.
Okay, thank you. Room number 102. Don't think they got 102 rooms here by the looks of it. This is a humble abode for the night. Feels so good to get off that bus, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty. I was getting to the end of my limit.
I knew that would happen. I think we both knew that would happen.
Yeah.
Like, the first 2 hours, we were like, yeah, this is cool. Like, this is why we travel. Like, obviously, it's a bit rough. By the end, we were just like
9 hours in, you're like,
fucking.
ready for this to go. Yeah.
As soon as we got here, it's like someone flicked a switch.
Namaste.
After 9 hours being thrown around on some of the worst roads in the world, to end up here surrounded by nothing but raw nature, the birds, the rustling of the wind in the trees, it's bliss. Life here is simple. I like simple. Anyway, I should probably have a shower before dinner. 9 hours on a bus doesn't leave me smelling too good. The main course has been served, and this is our first dal bhat. Didn't have this in Kathmandu because we knew we'd probably end up
Eat properly.
Yeah. What do you reckon, man? Looks pretty good.
It does, it smells great as well.
Dal bhat is the national dish of Nepal. The dal is the lentil soup and the bhat is steamed rice, which is usually served alongside various vegetables. This is the food that has powered so many trekkers around the Annapurna Circuit over the years.
Thoughts on the first dal bhat?
That's fucking great, mate. Really good.
Delicious. First of many, I believe.
Well fed, we retired for a good night of sleep. Tomorrow, the real adventure will begin.
Bye. Thank you. See you. Alrighty. First selfie.
Yeah, we do need to do a selfie.
Yeah.
Alright. Actually on the move.
On the move.
This is it.
Boots on the ground.
We are beginning day one. Leaving Angadi.
Deepak, where are we going today? Which village?
Today?
Yeah.
Yarmo.
Gamu. Okay. Maybe
6 or 7 hours, yeah?
6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
Alright. You've got these huge hydropower dams all up the valley. We noticed some of them yesterday on the drive. And that's why we've actually got a road to walk on. It's only like in recent years that the valleys like start to see this kind of development. People say, you know, the Annapurna Circuit has changed irreversibly because of all this development. I mean, when you look at the barbed wire and the big dams and this sort of big road, yeah, that's fair comment. It would have been very nice to see this before all this came along, but I am the age I am. So I'm just happy to sort of be doing it right now before there's, you know, any more development. If this first morning was anything to go by, the encroachment of a road has done little to take away from the raw beauty of this place. We stride along the river Marshyangdi, who would become our loyal companion for the majority of this trek, before winding up into the foothills. We're only less than 1 hour in, and the views are already just, yeah, you just know this is going to be an epic 17 days.
Well, I don't know, it must have been the first mile or 2 miles or something. We passed through a few little villages and it felt like a window into the past, like 100, 200 years ago. There was kind of no visible signs of any real technology or post-industrial revolution stuff going on. It was all subsistence farming and very quiet. Like, couldn't hear any cars or planes or trains or anything going on. Just birds and the river and the wind. And it was probably one of my favourite little sections of the whole walk, to be honest. It was warm, it was like 25 degrees.
It reminded me actually of that first lockdown when I stayed at my parents, so I was kind of outside the city of Manchester. And there was no cars on the M6, which you can usually hear humming in the background. There's no planes going overhead, just the odd car. It's just
Pure bliss.
peace, man, yeah. And we've lost it now, like it's gone forever probably, for the rest of our lives at least.
What a great way to round off that segment. And it's gone. I know what you mean, I really do. Like, it's a special to be here. And like, I don't know if you can get this sort of experience or serenity in that many places left in the world. You have to come quite far out.
Yeah.
It's true, you know, this place felt so far detached from the relentless pace of 21st century life. During the lockdowns of the pandemic, for the first time in our lives, we'd had a taste of what slowing down really felt like. To be out here, slowing down once again, it was somehow relieving. You'd look up at these remote villages in the hills and wonder how people ever got up there. They may as well be living on a different planet.
त्यही देख्न चाहिँ नजिक देखिन्छ नेपालको बाटो त्यही 4-5 घण्टा जस्तो लाग्छ बाटो छ त्यहाँ जाने बाटो हुन्छ अब मान्छे सधैँ आउजाउत गर्ने बाटो नि उनीहरुको त्यही हुन्छ बाटो चाहिँ त्यसमा हुन्छ
Before we knew it, it was lunchtime. No prizes for guessing what's on the menu.
What are you having for lunch, mate?
Dal bat, number 2.
Dal bat.
Thank you.
Ooh. What are these?
That's new.
Dal bat as a food is like, it's really good for one, and one of the best things about it is that it's different every time that you have it because everybody makes it slightly differently.
What is it?
Don't know, mate.
Is it vegetable?
You try it first.
I think you should try it first. I've tried everything else first.
It's a fig, we think. So it's like a dessert, apparently. Whoa. What the hell is that?
त्यो लप्सीको अचार बनाउनेमा फरक पर्छ कसैले गुलियो गुलियो पनि बनाउँछ कसैले अमिलो पनि बनाउँछ त्यो चाहिँ आफ्नो हातको टेस्टमा हुन्छ अब आफूले बनाइरहनेमा डिफरेन्ट मान्छेले डिफरेन्ट टेस्टमा बनाइरा हुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ
The less I say about that, the better, I think. Leaving the hog bun behind, we were careful to follow Deepak's lead, always keeping left of the little cairns and stupas that marked the way.
Deepak was telling us we have to walk around these. We gotta walk on this side for good karma.
ट्राभल गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ मान्छेले अब लेफ्टबाट हिड्यो भने चाहिँ अब राम्रोसँग हाम्रो ट्राभल सफल होस् अनि त्यो होल चीज पनि हो त्यसलाई नछोस् भनेर चाहिँ त्यसरी नै हिँड्ने हुन्छ
We arrived in Germu well ahead of schedule, an idyllic little village perched above the river.
Making good progress today. It's not just me saying that, Deepak has said. So we were originally planning to stay at Germu, but we're now gonna make a bit more headway to Jagat.
We pushed on, marvelling at the first of many waterfalls. And the first of many suspension bridges.
These bridges are as gnarly and wobbly as they look. Quite a lot of bounce in them as you go across. You get these epic views of the river. What a beautiful place.
What's going on, Josh?
Just sat down for a little break. And Deepak had explained earlier that these plants are basically a Himalayan stinging nettle. So,
What's the catch?
well, apparently it lasted 24 hours. So I just sat down, obviously touched it, just touched it again with my finger. Pretty useless.
यो यसको प्लान्ट यसको नाम चाहिँ सिस्नु हो यसले पोलेको 24 घण्टासम्म चाहिँ अलिअलि पिन भइरहन्छ अनि फेरि नेपालीहरुको चाहिँ यसको लागि खानाको डिशमा नि युज हुन्छ यो
As the day wore on, it was becoming more and more apparent that Deepak really knew his stuff. He was a quiet soul at first, but his experience as a guide was invaluable.
अनि 18 देखि 2018 देखि चाहिँ मैले ट्रेकिङ गाइड गर्न थालेको लाइसेन्स लिएको देखि चाहिँ त्यहाँ भन्दा पहिला चाहिँ म पोर्टर गर्थेँ 2-3 वर्ष जस्तो लगभग 3 वर्षहरु चाहिँ पोर्टर गरे त्यसपछि चाहिँ अनि गाइड गर्न थालेको
This skill set and experience had ensured he knew exactly which guest house to pick every time.
Thank you so much.
Oh man, this is nice. Cheers, Deepak.
Deepak.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Day 1, done.
Sounds good.
Wednesday, March 9th. we've arrived in the village of Jagat. It looks like something from a film set, perched high on this rocky outcrop above the valley. We walked 9 miles today, the first steps of a good 80 miles around the Annapurna Circuit. It feels amazing to finally be out here. There was a very, very welcome hot springs down by the river.
Is it good?
A reminder that somewhere, deep down beneath us, there are tectonic forces still pushing these mountains up even higher, inch by inch.
May look disgusting, but it feels amazing.
The village itself is very quiet, rustic. I had a little nose around and encountered this wonderfully old lady. She must have been 90, easily. She moved at such a slow, graceful pace. Still handling all of the stairs though. The most activity I could find was a game of football taking place on what may be the most uneven football pitch on earth. I'd love to see Lionel Messi have a crack on that. The electricity is out at the moment. I'm told they're working on it, but I don't mind, to be honest. We'll do some stretches to ease some sore muscles, and then it's dinner time. I'm bloody starving.
And then I'll please have Tibetan
bread?
Yeah, Tibetan bread, please.
Hot meal at the end of a hard day of walking is just kind of unparalleled, really. It's just one of the best parts of the whole experience.
All right. Cheers.
Oh God! Look, we do have a candle, Josh.
Hey. Candlelight dinner.
I've been waiting. I asked for a candle.
So what do you do for a living?
As if on request, the lights flickered back on and our hosting family cooked up a feast.
You can tell this is the first day of the trek because the amount of food. We've got momos. What did you get? Pumpkin
curry.
Rice. We've got egg curry, rice. There's some bread omelette. Yeah. It's a lot of food.
You are hungry today.
Yes.
Yeah, very hungry.
I'm getting stuck in. Cheers.
Thank you.
I think what helps it as well is that the food is all organic and like really, not necessarily organic, but it's whole food. Like it's like rice and vegetables and, you know, maybe a few momos or a bit of meat involved as well. But it's just whole food and it's really stuff that you need.
Well, some things were not so essential.
We've also got local beer. What do you call this?
Chang, local beer.
Chang. Okay, so it's brewed here in the village.
Do you know what it's made out of?
That was the wrong question to ask. Cleared out of the room.
Don't want to know. You don't want to know. It smells like yeast.
Right.
Which is what beer is, to be fair. That's not.
I mean,
When I asked him what it was, he was like, "It's like beer," so it's not wrong.
Would you recommend the local beer?
No, I would not recommend the local beer.
Quite strong.
It's strong, yeah.
It's strong? Is it? Yeah, it is strong. Send you off.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, help us sleep.
It tastes strong.
How long does it take to cook it?
Oh yeah, it's 40%.
We never did find out what was actually in that drink, but the next thing we know, we're waking to the sound of cockerels. First light on the foothills. The village stirs into life, and we prepare for another day on the Annapurna Circuit. Breakfast, teeth brushed, bags packed. We are already slipping into a familiar routine, finding our groove like a well-oiled machine.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Here we go. Thank you. See you. Namaste. Day 2. We are heading to Dharapani.
What I liked about it was there was just one goal every day, and that was to hit the end point of that section. Get up, get breakfast, walk, lunch, walk, dinner, sleep, repeat. Like, nice and simple. Kind of life almost at its purest in a way.
It feels good to be back on the trail, our feet moving rhythmically beneath us. We pick the river back up and press on. The roar is ever present. Ice cold glacial melt confirming the presence of snow-capped mountains somewhere up there, way above. It's this river that's responsible for everything that we see, a force of nature that's been busy carving out this valley for thousands of years, often in spectacular fashion. The scale of everything just keeps getting bigger, reducing us to mere ants in the landscape, passing under boulders the size of houses and clinging to the sides of cliff faces. Can you imagine the power and forces involved to shape such a place?
The scale here is unlike anything else I've seen so far. Is it just me who gets excited about this stuff? Like, I don't know. It's basically just a big rock. But honestly, how could you not have your breath taken away by this? Wow.
The views are so astonishing you could, well, maybe not that far, Ben.
The shorts that I had with me just led to chafing. They were like athletic shorts, I guess, so led to a bit of chafing, and it was miserable for the. I had to try and figure out on the path, like without getting changed, how to stop this chafing.
It looks so suspect. Oh dear.
Across the valley to our left, we watch in awe and horror as jeeps navigate their way along the precariously high road that's been carved out of the mountain. Man's attempt to assert dominance and control this landscape. Honestly, I'll take my chances walking. Besides, what we're about to see shows exactly what happens when man and nature collide head-on. We clamber up to the bottom of a wide valley floor where we're met with a view of Tao.
Heartily welcome to Manang district. I'll take that. That's where lunch is, I think. Tao.
Tao is considered to be one of the most beautiful villages along the trail. Except, as we approach, it looks more like a war zone.
हेभी रेनिङको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अनि बाढी आयो बाढीले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो सबै त्यो तहस नहस भयो त्यहाँको भिलेज त्यहाँको गाउँ चाहिँ त्यस्तो भयो.
Like there used to be loads more buildings, loads more hotels, and it all just got washed away. Absolutely terrifying, and you can just see like damage.
धेरै दुःख लाग्दो क्षति भयो त्यहाँ तर मानवीय क्षति चाहिँ भएन त्यही नै मानवीय क्षति भएन अरु धन सम्पत्तिको चाहिँ धेरै क्षति भयो त्यहाँ.
The only way I can describe it is to say that it looks more like it was hit by a bomb than a raging river. Everything was smashed to pieces. Unidentifiable. I come across a school and it's a hollowed out shell that's no longer filled with laughing children but packed to the rafters with silt and sand. I spoke with Razan, one of many villagers who lost everything.
So you mentioned, you said you lost your house? Your house was on the river?
Yeah, I lost my houses also. Totally, houses was buried by the flood.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh.
We don't have anything. Everything is lost. Everything is buried by the flood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just we have one dress. Then we came here.
Yeah.
That was a really bad days. Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah.
But I'm also happy that
Yeah.
no one died.
No, yeah.
Lucky that everyone got out.
Tal is testament to the daily challenge of living up here in the Himalaya region.
I think this one has happened due to the climate change. That is why it occurred.
The climate is becoming more unstable, and with it, the risks are far greater than ever before. From here on out, far more intense, unpredictable rainfalls like the one that caused this flood will be the hallmark of monsoon seasons.
We have our society in here, we have our community in here. No way to other, there is not alternate. That is why, luckily, unluckily, we have to rebuild, we have to stay, we have to be strong, we have to revive.
Us being here was like the green shoots of recovery. We were some of the first international trekkers to pass back through the town since Nepal had lifted its COVID pandemic border restrictions. A sense of normality returning. Nowadays, the Marshyangdi has reverted back to its normal course, running innocently as if nothing ever happened. But the people will not forget.
The wall, I hope, it is not a permanent solution, but it's quite better than before, yeah.
It's something.
Yeah, it's something.
So the idea is that the wall is like a flood barrier. It protects the village from the flood.
Yes, please.
Yeah. And hopefully it doesn't happen again. I mean,
yes, please, yeah.
A new flood barrier stands guard. Another man-made construction, another attempt by us to hold nature back. At the mercy of this river, residents of Tal pray and hope that this will be enough.
Oh, is that Dal Power?
Did you get it?
Yes. God's sake. Oh,
I've got to say, these are up there with some of the worst I've ever put out into the
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell.
Sorry, Josh.
Love them, hate them. Sometimes you just need a good fart to lighten the mood.
Fart jokes are absolutely essential to every trip, whether it's great or not. I think, Deepak told us about Dal Bat Power, 24-hour Dal Bat Power, and that became a fart joke in and of itself, that we were propelling ourselves forward with 24 hours of Dal Bat farts.
Leaving Tal behind, the valley walls close in around us. Despite the bad smell, it's been a pleasure to walk with Ben and Deepak these first few days. After 18 months having not seen each other, there was plenty for us to catch up on as we marched along with the hours whittling by. Between each village, we share the highway mostly with livestock. A train of pack horses gallop by. Followed not long after by a herd of goats. Sleeping dogs, roaring rivers, crumbling houses, bike fixers, cowbells, a familiar, methodic crunch underfoot. I really feel tuned to the rhythm and pace of the days now. And, that's what these first 2 or 3 days were all about, finding our way into it. We feel good, we're strong and healthy and well drilled in our routines.
Oh yeah.
Our favourite part of the day has already been well established.
That's nice and cosy. The bag is off.
Day is over.
Yes.
Bags off, boots off.
Bags off, boots off.
So good to get your bags off and your boots off, yeah. We, obviously, the two things that it's like the 2 items that you carry. Like, obviously, you got all your stuff in your bag, obviously, but like when you're on the trail, the things that you have are your bag, and then your boots as well are on. And there's relief every day. Taking the boots off was fantastic, and just like freeing the feet up to stretch and air and just feel a bit freer. This is the feeling.
Wow.
What sucks on that bike?
Can't believe we just sat here.
Yep. Probably time for a shower.
That's glacial.
Another warm meal at the end of a hard day's walk.
Ben's not waiting, he just gets stuck in.
No way, man. I'm so hungry.
Oh man, this is like the best part of the day, I think.
Like, it isn't, because I'm really enjoying the hiking, but
Yeah, no, you're right.
it's like the easiest, like the refueling,
Yeah.
sleep. and
I'm
stuff.
liking the routine of it. I think all the hard work of the hiking is making this like even better.
I agree.
Deepak was slowly coming out of his shell, which was great to see.
Dalba.
Dalba.
This is what's driving you every day. That is a heavy dish.
Yeah, BDs.
Wow. So much food.
Oh, yeah.
Style.
The Bali
And
style
finger.
with the fingers, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Get
And
stuck
very
in.
tasty.
We have to do this at some
Yeah.
point, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's like doing what our mums always told us not to do.
We're in the UK, you're like, never eat.
Yeah. Your mum is always like, no, don't eat.
Yeah, you get torn
No.
off. Yeah. And you'd be like, the pasta. We were in this together, like as many times as he's done it, and as much as he's the leader of the trip, like it's still a hell of a thing to undertake. I think I think he did it. What was that, time number 7 when we walked with him, but it is, at the end of the day, it's still a 12 or 13 day walk. Like, it's hard and it's long, and you're putting in 8 hours every day, and it was great to kind of watch him and us open up to each other and like start to relax in each other's company and make little jokes and start to be able to poke fun and like have build a bit of rapport. It's always nice to kind of bond with the team. Yeah,
That's it, we were a team now, eager and ready to discover whatever lies ahead.
Yes.
he's eating so much food. You're still hungry, Deepak? No. What's going on, Josh? Oh no, not the socks again.
Well, we just had a little conversation about getting cold feet. And now, the people at the tea house have very kindly filled up this bucket with hot water, so we're gonna... Oh, that's good, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Feet warmed, we headed to bed. Tomorrow, more miles. Next time, in Notes from Nepal, the landscape shifts as we climb higher.
Starting to...
Getting in.
Yeah. You start seeing more and more peaks with snow and...
We encounter cultures and places that feel forgotten by time and experience one of the greatest walks in the Himalayas.
We've been dreaming of this. Here we are. It is just insane. I'm kind of lost for words. Like, there's no point trying to describe it because